Welcome back to Anikadoesthings. Today's video is about attractions in Banff National Park. First things first, the park pass is needed to enter the park. You can buy the pass online or at the entry gates. I'd recommend to buy it online to skip the wait at the gates. Second, the month you arrive in Banff matters. I went in July, while all the hikes are open and the weather is great. This is peak crowd season. Unless people will come in June or September, but some of the hikes might be closed and the weather might be worse. In attractions. In one day, you can hit the two most popular sites in the entire park, Lake Louise and Moraine Lake. Parking for these sites fills up early in the day, so instead of taking our chances at the parking lot, we reserved our spot on a shuttle to Lake Louise. The link to reserve your spot is in the description. Do this way in advance. Since Lake Louise is the most popular attraction in the park, shuttle spots fill up quickly, so keep an eye out for when reservations open. There are also connector shuttles that go between the two lakes. Drive to the Park and Ride parking lot and then hop on board the shuttle to Lake Louise. Because I went to Banff in July, the most popular time to visit, the crowds at Lake Louise were absolutely insane. We cropped them out of the photos, but still, it was hard to feel the peaceful tranquility you are supposed to feel. Avoiding crowds could be simpler if you come to the park at less busy times, like June or September, but if you want peace in July, your best bet is to come before sunrise or after sunset. The shuttle runs from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., so if you want to come any earlier or later, you'll have to try your luck at the parking lot. There are a few hikes to do at Lake Louise. The Lake Louise Lakeshore Trail winds its way around the famous lake, and the Lake Agnes Tea House Trail, a 9.2-mile round trip, takes you to a quaint remote tea house with many lakes along the way. Also, there are canoe rentals at Lake Louise at a whopping $165 per hour for one canoe. Moraine Lake was my favorite of the two lakes. A bus takes you from Lake Louise to Moraine Lake, which is much less crowded. Moraine Lake also offers a rock pile trail that takes you to the top of a rock pile facing the lake head-on, as well as a shoreline trail like Lake Louise. The Moraine Lake Lodge also rents canoes for a slightly less, $160 per hour. I canoed on Lake Moraine, and it was a truly breathtaking experience. When they visit Lake Louise and Moraine Lake, people always call it idyllic and breathtaking, and while I was canoeing in the middle of Moraine Lake, surrounded by blue water, I finally understood what they meant. The color of the water and the beautiful surroundings was truly captivating. I loved this experience, but it is extremely pricey. Up next is another popular Banff attraction, Johnston Canyon. The key to beating the crowds in Johnston Canyon is to simply arrive early. We arrived at 8 in the morning, and there were people, but the groups at 8 are absolutely nothing compared to the waves of people we saw when we were coming back at 9. The problem with Johnston Canyon is that the entire path is 4 feet wide, so it gets congested very easily, but if you arrive by 8, it's 100% mandatory. So we were up the canyon by 8, easily got parking, and saw this beauty in the parking lot. This hike is 0.75 miles one way to the lower falls. Hike 1 more mile to reach the upper falls, both of which were beautiful. This is a fun, interesting, and family-friendly hike, and I highly recommend it. Other attractions. Hato Lake. This lake is famous for looking like a wolf's head. A 1-mile loop trail leads to a viewpoint where you can see the lake. You cannot go to the lake shore for this one. This trail was pretty crowded, especially since the viewpoint deck is pretty small. Bow Lake. One of my favorite lakes in Banff. This lake is beautiful and huge. The best part is there are barely any crowds compared to some of the more popular attractions. There is also a shoreline trail for this lake, and the views from any part of the lake are stunning. This lake is also perfect for picnicking. Banff Hot Springs. The Banff Upper Hot Springs looks like a normal swimming pool, but the pool water is all from Banff's natural hot springs. Admission is $17 for an adult and $15 for a kid, and is a great way to relax from all the hiking that you'll be doing. Cave and Basin. Close to Banff Upper Hot Springs is the first national park in Canada, Cave and Basin. People used to come here for the hot springs before they were closed to preserve a special type of snail. The natural beauty of the caves and the historical significance of the site make this a popular attraction that's not too crowded. Admission is $9 for adults and children are free. The town of Banff. Of course, the town of Banff is a place where you must stop. There's the visitor center, tourist shops, good restaurants, and of course the iconic sign. This town is almost always super crowded, however, and if you want a more chill vibe, the town of Canmore is 20 minutes away. That's it for this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss my next video on Glacier National Park in Montana. Thanks for watching!